Welcome to an example in which we're converting a base 2 number to base 10. So it says, remember, the above numeral number is in base 2. So this is a base 2 number. So let me write it here. Let me write it down here for us. So we have a base 2 number, which is 1, 0. Let me space it out a little bit better. 1, 0. 1, 1, 0, 1. So that's a base 2 number. Now what does that mean that it's a base 2 number? Well, that means that the place values are base 2 place values. This is the 1's place. This is the 2's, 4's, 8's. What am I doing here? I'm multiplying by 2 every time, because you always start, and this will be the 16's and the 32's. You always start with the 1's place. So you start the way foreign place values work is you start with the 1's. Whoops, that wasn't very well done. You start with the 1's place. You always start with the 1's place, and then if it's base 2, you multiply by 2 every time. So 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Okay, so now how does that work then? How do we find out what this actual number is? What we do now is we multiply 1 times 32, which is just 32, plus 0 times 16, which is just 0, plus 1 times 8, because it's 1 in the 8's place. 1, 8 is just 8. And 1, 4, 1 times 4 is just 4. And 0, 2's is 0. And 1, 1 is 1. Add those up. Was it 32 and 8? 45? 45. So that means this is the number 45. That's the base 10, which is normal. Base 10 just means normal, regular, what we're used to. So we changed this number 101101, which was base 2. We changed it to a normal number. That means that's just a 45. That's all it is. So you write it, you start with the 1's place, you go times 2, times 2, times 2, times 2, times 2, and then you just multiply 1 times 32, 0 times 16, etc., and you just add those up, and you get your number, your normal number. That's a 45, because it's 1, 32, and no 16s, and 1, 8, and 1, 4, and 0, 2s. If that seems totally weird to you, if you think about it, that's what we do in the base 10 system, right? When I write the number 736, in our system, in base 10, this is the 1's place, this is the 10's, this is the 100's, right? What are we doing there? We're multiplying by 10 every time. That's how you do it in base 10. So in the base 10 system, you multiply by 10 every time. In the base 2 system, you multiply by 2 every time. You always start with the 1's place, and then you multiply by the base number. And so this 7 doesn't just mean 7, it means 7 hundredths, doesn't it? It means 7 times 100, or 700, plus 3 10s. That's what that 3 means in the 10's place, plus 6 1's, right? That's exactly what these numbers have meant all along in base 10. We're seeing that more clearly by looking at it in another base, like base 2. So all that stuff at the end wasn't needed. I was just showing you why base 2 is really the same as what we do in base 10. It's just with a different